Good afternoon, Ovation Nation, and welcome to another Pokemon Sword and Shield discussion type video. Now, this video is a little bit interesting to me because it was announced, I guess not officially. It was revealed with the data mine that the complete dex that we thought we knew isn't as complete as we might think. They're missing a lot of Pokemon. So I thought this would be a very interesting video. The actual complete to the point Galar Dex video that I wanted to show you guys here. And the reason the purpose of showing you guys this video is because I want my channel to be a competitive channel focused on just competitive. And I think it's very important to start theory crafting now, and the only way to do that is, by actually knowing the Pokemon that you're working with. You guys should watch my last video, my update video. Go ahead, click right there, click that link over there. You can guys go back and watch my update video just to see where this channel is headed, because like I said, I want this to be a competitive focused channel. So today you're gonna have a lot of videos. All these videos are going to have a lot of data mine information, so please do yourselves a favor. If you don't want to get spoiled until tomorrow, then don't watch these videos. This is your official spoiler warning. This is your last chance to leave. Yeah, the reason I'm sharing all this isn't because I want to get those dank views. If I wanted these dank views, I would have uploaded all this days ago when it was actually shown. But I still want to have it on my channel to have a reference to all the new things that you're going to see in this game, all the things that were removed, all the things that they didn't think were there but are really there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see right here, we have the original complete Galar Dex that we thought had all the Pokemon in it, including older generations, newer generation, etc. But that information isn't entirely correct, because the data mine revealed this list only has 400 Pokemon, right? The data mine revealed sprites for 470 something. That's ridiculous. Now, why are these sprites in the game but they're not accessible? Because these are all the Pokemon that are currently accessible, right? These are all the Pokemon we know that we can get immediately. So these technically are the Pokemon that you will be trying to maybe get competitive teams for, because if you can't get a Pokemon, you can't really build around them. I guess these are all the ones that are available on release day, but that means that they might be adding more Pokemon in later on. It just takes a little flip of a little patch, and then immediately you have all these Pokemon just at your disposal that weren't originally there before. All in all, I think we should just get into this. I mean, I've already made a Galar Dex video. I know I had to take it down previously, but all in all, a lot of these Pokemon look very competitively viable. In terms of looking at stats, which I was, I'm saying Dragapult is gonna be a strong one. It's definitely gonna be a strong one. I also saw that they gave a little bit of a buff to Como. That might be really good. Also, Phalanx, I have a lot of promise for. I don't know why, but there's something about it, and we're gonna get into abilities in a later video. That's another thing that excites me, is a lot of these Pokemon have completely different abilities than before. Also, Duraludon looks promising. We have also we have a nerf to xRazeOvation also that I want to talk to you guys about. xRazeOvation looks like it had 10 base damage nerf to both of its special defenses. I mean, special defense and special and defense. So that means it also gets a negative 10 nerf to its attack and special attack when it switches too, which is pretty scary, because xRazeOvation was really good and I loved it so much, and I just wanted to keep using it, but I don't know if I'll be able to now. That makes me a little sad, because xRazeOvation was a really good Pokemon. All in all, those Pokemon are the ones that stand out to me. I mean, not all of them. Toxtricity also has a pretty interesting ability that we could talk about later on, but oh, and Grimmsnarl. Yes, Grimmsnarl too. If you guys wanted to see this list, I can post it down below in the description to make sure that you guys have it. And you can look over all these Pokemon that are here. All the returning Pokemon. The Cinderace's hidden ability is a little broken, but I guess we'll talk about that also. But what I wanted to show you guys here is I wanted to show you guys what we think the Galar Dex is, or what we originally thought it was, just because of the person playing through the game was just these 400 Pokemon. But in fact, there's more Pokemon I'm going to show you guys right now. Now, I know this could be a little bit difficult to see because it's so zoomed in and they're sprites, not actual Pokemon. But these are all the sprites that are programmed into the game. They're in the game. The models are completely playable. All these Pokemon's moves are there. All their stats, even updated stats for some of them, are in the game. But they're just not catchable or obtainable yet, which is super interesting. The first thing I want to go ahead and mention is you have the Kanto starters, all three of them, not just Charizard. You have Venusaur and Blastoise here, which is super interesting, super relevant. You have Pikachus with all of the hat forms, also super interesting and relevant. You have Alolan here, as you can see, a Alolan Dugtrio and a Alolan Diglett, both still here. Like, this is super interesting to me because that means Alolan forms are coming back, or I'm not sure because it could just mean that they're in the game. But the fun thing to the theory crash is that they're coming back. Maybe not immediately, but at some point. Like, all the Alolans are here. Every single Alolan is here. So that's just crazy to think. But it gets me super excited for sure. But you have some instances of just two of the same Pokemon. That could just be gender differences. But as you can see, you could also see the original forms along with the Galar forms are also available too. Now, some people could just point this out and saying that, oh, it's just leftover code from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They probably just use a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee copy to make this game. I'm not entirely sure because there are some interesting Pokemon here also that you don't see in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But something that I do want to go ahead and throw out to you guys and mention is that we also have some new Gigantamaxes that were also revealed with this thing too. And they're all the way down here. And also old legends are coming back. Gen 5 legends, I think actually it might only be Gen 5 legend, which I don't understand. They're putting such a big percentage of this game in Gen 5. Yeah, I think it's just Gen 5 legends are coded into this game. That's so interesting. Like, why Unova out of all regions are they pushing so hard in the you know, the UK game when Unova's, you know, taking place in New York City or the supposed New York Manhattan? Yeah, look, you have all your legends. You have your legendary trio here. You have your Reshiram, your Zekrom, you have your Kyurem Black and White, and you have your Keldeo here. Like, you have every legendary from Gen 5 in this game. Coded in. They're in. Like that baffles me. Why else would they be in unless they're doing something with them? It's like, it makes no sense. It would be Gen 5 and no other generation. Also, we do see return of Gen 6 starters here, which scares me. Scares me a lot. Because it means Incineroar might be coming back, dude, which would be ridiculous. I don't want to deal with Incineroar again. Do they have other starters? I don't think so. Yeah, it's just Gen 6. It's so random. Wonder why. But whatever, we'll get into it. Yeah, and you'll also have Gen 6 legends coming back. Gen 7 legends coming back also. So it's not just Gen 5, it's Gen 5 and those aren't Gen 6 starters, those are Gen 7 starters. This line here. Then you have your Gen 7 legendaries. You have your Solgaleo, your Lunala, your Necrozmas, and you know, your two mythicals. And on top of that, you also have your Melmetal. Melmetal was introduced in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which kind of scares me because Melmetal had really good stats, so I don't even want to think about what it'll be doing to this metagame if it is allowed. All in all, that's it in terms of legends and new things. I mean, a couple more things are in that I can't notice off the top of my head. I'm showing you guys the whole list so that maybe you guys can think of something and see something that I'm not seeing. But something big that I do want to talk about is new Gigantamaxes are also shown in these sprites. Now, these are the things that makes me think that this is going to happen. Because why else would you have Gigantamaxes in a game? Because those are just completely new Pokemon. Why would you put them there if you're not going to use them? And we're seeing with Gigantamax is they're coming out on a rotation cycle. Like from now until January, we have the Corviknight, the Butterfree, and the Dreadnought all in max raid battles for the Gigantamax. So maybe eventually down the line this game will be patched to include, you know, these new Gigantamaxes later on, which is something very exciting to me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we have the Eternatus, no, that's just regular Eternatus, the Charizard Gigantamax, the Butterfree, which seems to have two forms, I guess male and female. Pikachu also male and female, I'm guessing. We have Longcat, Meowth, Machamp, Gengar, Kingler, Lapras, and here's where it gets interesting, boys. Snorlax, well, Eevee, and then Snorlax. That's a Snorlax Gigantamax. It has a giant tree on its stomach, dude. That's incredible. Like, that's so crazy. And I can't wait to see what it is. And I'm so afraid to see what it is. But as we keep going down, this looks like a Melmetal here. A Melmetal Gigantamax. Melmetal stats are already too good in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. The fact that they're giving it a Gigantamax scares me so much. Continuing on, we also have the, I don't know the name of this Pokemon, but it's a psychic Pokemon from this gen. Looks like it's also getting a Gigantamax. Dreadnought, Colossal, Flapple, and the other one. This looks like Silcobra, also get Gigantamax. That's good because Silcobra kind of, or I think that's his name, the ground Pokemon from this generation that's a snake, kind of didn't impress me too much. So I'm glad that it's gonna get to actually do something. At least it gets a Gigantamax. Toxtricity here gets a Gigantamax. We've already seen that one. Okay, we've seen the rest, and then there's the Eternamax, etc. Oh no, we didn't see Duraludon. Duraludon gets a Gigantamax too, guys. I don't know if we've seen that. I don't think I've talked about it. There it is. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is just a coincidence that these are in here? Like, I don't think so. Like, this is too much to be a coincidence to have all these sprites in the... That just seems too much of a coincidence. And like, there's such, it looks like they're methodically planning something. Like, they have all the starters from one generation, all the legends from another generation, all the partner Pokemons of certain Pokemons, you know. I don't know. That's just my thought process behind it. Oh, they also have Mewtwo and Mew. I guess that makes sense. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee, just to make them transferable. Now, my theory is, let me guys know what you think, but my theory is that this is all going to be transferable with Pokemon Home. That's what I'm thinking. That once Pokemon Home becomes open, then the dex is going to expand to whatever this is. That's just my opinion. But the fact that only these sprites are shown in the game might mean that there is no more Pokemon after this. This is the end. Whatever dex this is, you better like it or don't buy the game. That's pretty much it right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch. Watch my other videos today because they're very informative, and also watch that update video that I mentioned before. If you didn't already, go back and do that. It explains everything that I'm doing on this channel from here on out with Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm Ovation. Peace out.